Fortunately, in Victoria, we managed to hold the line for you. We won a seat. Now, it's been a long time in Victoria since we've done that. And comparatively, we had our best result. Sorry, Tony, but it was the best for us. You had the best and brightest, and you had a generation of great Liberals, Prime Ministers, ideological leaders, people who genuinely represented aspirational Australia, the working middle class. I don't know if you have that today. I don't know. I don't know. I'll leave that comment where it came from. And what has happened in our democracy, in the loss of faith in our democracy, is that the actions of people who probably started and probably are well-intentioned, and I'd like to hope so, come across to people in the general public, the millions of Australians who put one next to the Liberal Party every time they turn up to a ballot box. And ladies and gentlemen, they are the people we're representing, not us, not the MPs. It's the millions of Australians who turn up and put one next to the Liberal Party, the small business people. It's the independent, ununionised workforce. It's the families. It's the faith communities. And it's new Australian citizens. It's all the people who are aspirational in intention. They're the ones who are being let down by our party's failure to represent them. Forget about the grand old Liberal Party. Remember the people who actually vote for us, year in, year out. They're the ones who are being let down. And the Dastyari effect bites hardest with those, because it is a behaviour of individuals being involved in politics and government in what is felt to be an improper way. Maybe it is explicitly not illegal, but the manner in which they are involved has lost Australia's confidence in democracy.
I don't use the train, but it is a beautiful station. You know, I've been very lucky to have a mother that's always been willing to drive me places. So, because I've got the best mother in the world, I've never had to do it. And it just always feels so dirty. So maybe that's a tip for Robert Doyle in his new election campaign. Maybe renovate all this and bring it back up to scratch.
So you've got this conservative political group on Facebook. I think from last count last night, there was just under 32,000 followers. Very heavily stylized in that sort of populist conservative movement that you've seen come from probably the US. It's always fun to see commentary about it because people like to drum things up more than they are or they aren't.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, I go from being... See, the amazing thing about the left is there are only two schools of thought, really. Is that one, I'm a nobody. Right, I'm just some teenager nobody. And then the other, and they're the same people that have the same views. The other extreme is that I'm some nefarious puppet of the world's billionaires.
The Murdoch.
Yeah, the Murdoch. And people talk about conservatives with their conspiracy theories. I've never seen so many conspiracy theories as there are about people, myself and people like me from the left.
But I'm going to be honest with you, that is one thing about politics that I find very funny, is no matter the side, there is a belief of the other side that is like that.
Absolutely, and I think it's totally ludicrous on both sides.
Yeah,
totally ludicrous.
It's fun, but it's funny.
Hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. It's the most entertaining thing I read.
Yeah, because this is these are the two opposing quotes I had. A little boy playing dress up, but the opposing one was up and coming Antipodean Steve Bannon, which is it's really, really with an affected Etonian sensibility, which is really, really funny. Victoria Forward, let's clear the air. What are you up to there?
Well, it's a political action group.
Yeah.
You know, in the truest sense of the word.
Is it funny reading this Gizmodo article, and they're putting you in this rarefied air of sort of the IPA and whatnot?
Yeah, look, I am. I should declare I'm a director of the Institute of Public Affairs, which has been one of the groups lobbying hard for these changes. I'm a very strong supporter of them, and I agree with what George Brandis said in the Senate. All Brandis said was people have a right to be a bigot. He wasn't supporting bigotry. He didn't say he agreed with it. And I also, you know, even though I'm a passionate believer in the State of Israel, I have many close Jewish friends. I consider myself close to the Jewish community. Do I think we should outlaw or ban Holocaust deniers? Absolutely not.
So why wouldn't we just change the Constitution, which is our plan, and open up free selections in 2020, which is 2 years away, when we've got the numbers all eligible, we're locked in, we're institutionalised, we've got our members in the upper house, we've got a state director around that thing.
Marcus is an important piece of the team, very important piece of the team.
So ladies and gentlemen, don't let me down. Don't let Stephanie and I down. We got up here at 6 in the morning. We don't want to come back next year for this.
Parks Victoria will commence shooting brumbies in the Victorian Alpine Ranges in June, following a decision by the Supreme Court to reject an injunction against the Victorian Government, which would have prevented the slaughter from going ahead.
These horses served our armies in the Middle East, and now we want to shoot the last remaining remnants of this wonderful heritage of Victoria and Australia.